My name is Ealdgyth, once Queen of England, the wife of King Edmund Ironside. My story is brief, for it is tied to the fleeting months of Edmund's rule and the turbulent times in which we lived. Yet, in those moments, I lived as both a wife and a mother, steadfast in my devotion to my family and the fate of our kingdom. It was in the year 1016 when the world seemed to fall into chaos. My husband, Edmund, rose to the throne amidst a time of strife, a warrior king determined to defend England from the Danish invader, Cnut. As his queen, I bore witness to his tireless courage and unwavering determination, even as the tides of war swept through our lands, leaving destruction in their wake. I was his anchor, his confidant, though the burdens he bore often seemed insurmountable. We had two sons, Edward and Edmund, whom I cherished more than life itself. They were young, too young to understand the gravity of the world around them. Yet, they were our legacy, the hope for a future where peace might reign. I often held them close, whispering words of comfort and strength, even as I feared for their lives and futures. As their mother, it was my duty to shield them from the storm that raged around us, though my power to do so felt woefully inadequate. The battle for England's soul reached its zenith at Sandon, where Edmund faced Cnut in a fierce clash. The blood of countless men stained the earth that day. I awaited news with a heart heavy with dread. When the battle ended in defeat, my husband's indomitable spirit refused to break. He negotiated with Cnut, dividing the kingdom, with Edmund retaining Wessex. It was a fragile peace, but one that offered a glimmer of hope, a testament to my husband's resilience and wisdom. Alas, the peace was not to last. My Edmund, the man I loved, was struck down not by an enemy's blade but by the treachery of fate. On the 30th of November 1016, his life was cruelly cut short. The circumstances of his death remained shrouded in mystery. Some whispered of an assassin's hand, others of illness, but to me, it mattered little. My heart was broken, and our sons were left fatherless in a world that seemed determined to erase their claim to their birthright. After Edmund's death, Cnut took the throne, and my life became one of constant vigilance. My children, Edward and Edmund, were viewed as threats to the new king's rule. I feared for their lives every moment. Ultimately, they were exiled, sent far from the land of their birth. Edward would later become known as Edward the Exile, and their destinies would unfold far from my sight. My heart ached as a mother torn from her children, powerless to protect them or shape their futures. Now, as I recount these memories, I wonder what might have been. What if Edmund had lived? What if our sons had grown up in the land that was their birthright? Such thoughts are futile, I know, but they linger, as does the love I bore for my husband and children. I have lived through sorrow and loss, yet I hold my head high, for I was the wife of a king, the mother of princes, and a woman who bore witness to a chapter of England's history written in blood and tears. Though my time as queen was brief, my love for my family and my hope for a better future remain unshaken. That is my legacy, and it is one I carry with me always.